You've gotten so good at hiding the hurt that no one even suspects it anymore. The quiet composure, the practiced smile, the gentle, "I'm fine," that fools everyone, even you. You've learned to survive by staying silent, to endure by appearing strong, and somewhere along the way, you started believing that suffering in silence is noble, that keeping it together is the only way to be respected. But the truth is, the world doesn't reward quiet suffering. It forgets it. It applauds the strong facade, yes, the version of you that shows up every day no matter how heavy it feels. But no one celebrates the nights you swallow the tears, the mornings you wake up numb, the hours you spend convincing yourself that this is normal. You think people will see your effort, the silent resilience, and one day say, "She's so strong." But all they see is someone who doesn't need help, someone who never breaks, someone who always handles it. And that's the tragedy of quiet suffering. It makes you invisible. The world doesn't respond to silence. It responds to energy. And silence is the language of fear. Fear of being too much, fear of being misunderstood, fear of being seen in your unraveling. But listen closely. The moment you speak your pain, you stop being a ghost in your own life. The moment you allow the words, "I'm not okay," to leave your mouth, the universe rearranges itself to meet you where you actually are. Because life cannot heal what you hide. It can only meet what you reveal. There's no medal for quiet endurance, no reward for emotional starvation, no peace at the end of silence that's suffocating you. But there is something waiting for you on the other side of expression. Relief, connection, freedom. You see, the world doesn't open its doors to the one who hides behind, "I'm fine." It opens to the one brave enough to whisper, "I'm human." That's when empathy finds you. That's when help appears. That's when healing begins. There is a quiet revolution that begins the moment you let yourself be seen. It doesn't need an audience. It doesn't need applause. It just needs you. Raw, unmasked, honest. Because your truth is magnetic. Your vulnerability is medicine. And your softness is not weakness. It's the doorway to your power. So no, the world doesn't reward quiet suffering. It doesn't notice the pain you hide to keep the peace. But it does respond when you rise, when you speak, when you finally decide that silence is too expensive to keep paying for. Because the moment you give voice to your pain, you stop suffering and you start transforming.